It's like, man, drop the fucking ego.
What's going on, guys? This is another video. This is day 2 of being short a guy. So I'm out here again by myself, running solo. And I wanted to see what you guys use to hire new people. I've tried Craigslist, Facebook, just like the newspaper. We have like a job, local job or whatever you call it. It's like, you know, job wanted ad or something. I've tried that. What else? Indeed. I've used Indeed before. You know, I just kind of wonder what you guys use and what y'all have had success with. Make sure to drop your comments down below. But I seem to get a lot of responses on Facebook, you know, when you create a job listing on there. And it's weird because a lot of girls actually apply for the job, and you know, the job title's field technician, you know, sod installer, landscaping, maintenance crew. And I'm just kind of thinking, I wonder if they're, you know, if they're applying for their boyfriend, and that's kind of like a red flag. Like if the guy can't do it himself and his girlfriend's doing it for him, kind of thing. So, like I said, just let me know what you guys use and what y'all had success with, and if y'all have a system for hiring people. I'll tell you what my system is I bring them on for one day. I tell them it's a trial run. I tell them to bring everything they need to be comfortable out here, because it's, you know, it's hot as hell, and you got to bring the stuff you need, or otherwise you're basically going to be babysitting that person all day. So I tell them to bring, you know, whatever, you know, I'll bring water and whatnot, but I'm like, bring drinks, you know, Gatorades, food, whatnot. And then I'll ask them, I'll have like a set, you know, series of questions that I'll ask them. And one of the questions will be like, what's more important, being on time or efficiency? Is it more important to be part of a team and make sure everyone else is doing their job, or just focus on yourself? You know, a lot of times they'll answer it completely wrong. Like the first question, it's both. You know, it's, you got to be on time and you got to be efficient. And then I'll ask them, like, you know, what's more important, a good attitude or skill, you know, or something like that. And obviously that's going to be a good attitude, but I'll just ask them like a series of questions like that. And for the first 2 weeks, I bring them out with me. I take them out myself. I don't put them on my other crews, because I don't know what it is about my guys, but like, when I have a guy, when I hire a new guy, if he's working with me, that guy will not quit. And he'll be cool. It's like every day we end the day, he's cool. He's happy. You know, he goes home, does whatever he does in his personal life. You know, that's how I want to keep it. For some reason, when I put him on my crews, it's like they just get bored of the work, or they're just over it, you know, because it's very repetitive. It's Monday through Friday, you know, mow, cut, edge, blow, mow, cut, edge, blow, and you do that 15 times every day on 15 different properties. So you kind of need like somebody there someone positive. And I guess since I'm the owner, you know, I'm a very driven, passionate person, so I tend to keep people elevated. Whereas my guys are just kind of like driving the truck, and they got other shit on their mind. So the dude sitting next to them in the truck, you know, it's like, that's a big part of it. Being in a good work environment, you know, working with positive people. So I always bring them out with me first. And another thing I notice is like, my guys, especially my crew leaders, like they will, instead of like holding you know, their other coworker accountable, they'll pick up the slack instead. instead of delegating and be like, hey, you missed that, or go back and you didn't edge that right, or you forgot to, blow the back patio, they will grab the blower and do it. So then the guy sitting next to them, he gets complacent and he thinks that he doesn't have to, fix his mistakes. So it's just a recipe for disaster. And I always find myself every 3-4 months reminding my crew leader, hey man, you need to be a leader. That is your title, crew leader. It's not crew man, it's crew leader. That's why you get paid more. And I know, I got it. I'm like, dude, you don't got it. You're just by you saying I got it is telling me you don't got it. Someone that actually would get it wouldn't say much. They would kind of just look at you and be like, damn, you're right, and they would fucking show and lead by example. So these are just some of the things that drive me up the wall with employees. I try to be laid back and a chill boss, and I find that recipe does not work. And I want to hear you guys, or y'all guys' opinion, what your opinion is on this subject, because I've tried so many different things, and it's like every single time the same shit happens. And when I find a guy that's really good, like the guy I had before, this dude was awesome. He was amazing, and his deal was he didn't like to be told how to do something that he's already been doing a certain way. It's like he would get offended if I was like, hey, instead of trying to pick up all the clippings, like say we trim bushes, why don't you put the bagger on the mower, blow them all into the yard, and then just mow over it and suck that up and then dump it. And that offended him. He wanted to go around and rake out each little bush, and I'm like, man, that's gonna take forever. That I can do this whole job in 30 minutes solo. There's no reason it should take 30 minutes with 2 people. And I don't know, people just have so much pride and ego. It's like, man, drop the fucking ego. Your ego is your fucking enemy. If I listened to my ego, I would have no money and I'd be in jail. Okay? So don't listen to your ego. Your ego is full of shit. I mean, it literally is. I don't even know what the fuck the benefit of the ego is. I don't know what it does for you. Oh, it protects you from what? There's nothing to be protected from. This is what protects you. Intelligence. I mean, it's like no one taught them. You can't blame them. No one taught them. You don't learn this in school. They didn't have a good father or a good parent or someone in their life, a mentor. People like me, people like y'all that want to achieve more and want to, grow into something more than what they are now, y'all will actually go out and look for a mentor. And that's why you're watching these videos. That's the difference. That is the difference. People, ask me, how did you do all that? How did you, create this thing and whatnot? And I tell them, that was the first thing. I sought a mentor. That's the first step. And I let go of my ego. I realized, hey, I don't know everything. I need to learn something. So that's something to consider. That's more than something to consider. That's something you need to really spend some time with yourself and just almost meditate on that and really let it sink in. And if you feel like it's nonsense, then you're gonna stay the same. It's that's.
If you're doing the same things, you can't expect a different result.
So I think Albert Einstein said that. The only way you'll get a different result is if you do different things. It's that simple. It's common knowledge. It's wisdom that's been passed down that, if you would just listen to it, you would be okay. Especially financially. Finances are the most simple thing you can do. Honestly. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like I said, let me know what you guys do for hiring employees and your screening process and whatnot. Alright, take care.